Hello friends, welcome back to JavaScript tutorial. We discussed about the loop concept in JavaScript. In this video, we are going to discuss about the nested loop concept. Basically, this is not much difficult or not new things. Actually, this is the conceptual things. Means the loop inside another loop is called the nested loop, right? Suppose if I going to print something, suppose I just going to print from 1 to 10. So I write in this way, suppose I equal to 1 and I equal 10. So the loop will execute until the 10 and I plus plus, okay, and just print document dot write, and here just print the I. And if you want to print the new line, simply just write in this way, and here just use the HTML tag. Okay, now if you just go to the browser and refresh, you are getting 1 to 10. Okay, now what is the nested loop? Nested loop means inside the for loop, if I going to create another loop, suppose I am going to print the things, suppose here 1 2 3 4 5 6, in this way we are printing. Now if I am going to print some text here, right, like 1 text 2 text in this way, so I am to print 2 text after each things. So how we can do this? We can simply document it right here. But if I just going to print the 100 of text after the one recursion, means after 1 I want to print 1 to 100 and then 2, then again 1 to 100. So how we can do this? So for this we will use the loop concept, that is the inside the loop we will run another loop, that is the nested loop concept. Okay, so here I just going to print in this way, let the first variable was I, so this is the incrementing operator I, and here I am going to declare another variable so that the variable will not conflict with the parent loop. So the outer loop is called actually the parent loop, and the inside the parent loop, if I write another loop, it's actually called the child loop. Clear? Now I just going to print these things. Let j equal to 1 and I want to print up to 2 and increment the j. Okay, and here I just going to print document dot write and simply write test. Okay, and also I just going to beer, means I want to print this in the new line, so I just writing in here, means after each for loop execution another loop will execute. Okay, so let's see the output. So if I check, so you can see 1 test 2 test. So in this way we are getting all the things, means these 1 2 3 4 are printing from outside of the loop, means from the parent loop, and these are printing from the child loop. Okay, the thing is, why the 2 test printed here? Means when the JavaScript code will run, first of all it will check this loop are in the proper condition, means I not more than 10, and I will check from 1 to not more than 10, and these loop are executing, and in the line number 4 they are getting another loop, and here the condition is j equal to 1 and j will print up to 2, means until this loop execution complete, the loop will not go anywhere, means after this loop execution process complete, it goes outside of the loop, and again the loop will execute, then I equal to 2, again the loop will run the 2 times, and again I equal to 3, in the same way in the 4, then same way it's printing. Okay, so that's the reason for each parent loop 2 child loop are working. Okay, so this is the concept, and here you can do all the things which you can do from normal loop, right? Means inside the loop we can write any logic, like you can use if, else, or suppose if you want to print if j equal to 2, then only it will print. Okay, so when j equal to 2, then it will print, means for 1 it will not print, that means for j equal to 2 it will print the test. So we will get the one time test, right? So you can add the conditional logic, and if you want to do another type of logic, means if you want to use break, continue, last day we discussed about that things. So if you want to use the break, continue, still you can do this. Okay, now the thing is, if I want to add some break or continue logic, so how are we going to do this? So here if I just going to print these things, suppose let's the loops are executing 5 times. Okay, 1 5 time test, 2 5 time test. Now I just going to print if I equal to 5, then I want to add the break. So how we can do this? So this is the outside of the loop, we are getting I, so we can access I from inside this loop also. So here simply write if I equal to 5, then I just adding the break condition, means when I equal to 5, then the loop execution will stop. So simply refresh. So I the test, then 2 3 4, then 5, there is no print here, means there is no test here because I added break here. So I use the break from inside the child loop so that it will exit from the child loop. Okay, so if I just write the same logic inside the parent loop, then the loop will execute up to 5. Okay, so means when it's getting I equal to 5, it's not going to anywhere. Okay, so this is the break condition. Now the thing is, if I just going to the stop execution from the child, means here the output is this, right? So I just changing into the 3. Okay, so the 3, so after each parent there is 3 child. So here you can see from the child loop are not executing here, but the condition is from the child loop I will use break and will stop the execution of parent loop. Okay, so how can I do this? So in this case we need to get another concept, that is the naming concept. So we can add the name of each loop also. Suppose how can you add the name? Suppose I want to write in this way, suppose parent loop. Okay, so this is actually the name of the loop. So these are the parent loop, these are the child loop. So I know that it is child loop, but I have not provided the name. I need this parent loop so that we can identify from the child loop. So this outer loop name is parent loop. So I want to break the parent loop. So simply if you just want to stop the execution parent loop, then you can add right in this way, right? So break the parent loop means when I will become 5, then the outer loop execution will stop, means the 6 7 8 this option will not print. So simply refresh. So you are getting up to 5. So why 5 is printing? Because I already printed documented right, and after that I am checking the condition. That's the reason the first thing is printed. But after the break condition is true, means when they got the break condition, they break the logic and they exit from the loop. Similarly, if you want to use the continue, we can do it. Okay, so simply just write here continue. So it will work in the same way. Okay, so when it the 5, the tests are not printed because the loop are not printing here, so it's actually the continuing. Okay, and if you want to do the same things into here also, so you will get the same output. Okay, means after getting these things, it's not printing. So simply refresh this. so these are not printing. So after 5 it's not printing, it's just continuing the loop. Okay, so hope you can understand the nested loop concept and the loop naming concept. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe this channel for upcoming video. So next day we are going to discuss about another topic in JavaScript, right? Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.